auto ship program. So this is a new way to enjoy your inspiration at home, and we're launching globally 1st of September. So do your customers love food, but when it comes to mealtime, they just don't know where to start? So the auto ship program is just going to be for them. So, or maybe your customers are stuck in a food rut. This exciting new auto ship, direct ship program will bring delicious Your Inspiration at Home products right to their table. All your customers need to do is pick up the fresh ingredients and follow the supplied recipes. So the recipes will be coming in their pack. So each stack or box will come with 4 recipes, so you're creating 4 meals. So the Flavour stack, this is our new branding for the Flavour stack, and you will find this in the new catalogues, and there will also be an additional flyer for this program as well, for any of you that have the current catalogue, that you can insert this into your catalogues and your parties and things like that. So don't be alarmed if you've still got the current catalogue, but if you're getting the new catalogue, it will be in there for you. So this is it's a full page in your new catalogue advertising the Flavour stack. Okay, so Annette, would you like to take over?
I can do that, Maria. So each month, your Flavour stack is going to contain 4 boxes, and each of the each of the 4 boxes is going to have a recipe card, a shopping list, and 3 meal-sized pods of Yaya products. So we have pods, and we have stacks, and we have, what was the third one, Maria? I've just completely gone. A box. Right, mental blank. So you are going to get your 4 little boxes inside your stack of your pods. So if you want to go onto the next screen for me, I'm going to go ding, ding, ding or something to get us going. So here's an example of what these may look like for you. You can see we've got our spices and our dips and our oils. Each little container is going to contain approximately 3 tablespoons of product. So you're going to get 9 tablespoons of product all up in each one of the little packets. So again, there's just a different view of the same thing. So you've got your 3. This is what the top of these containers is going to look like. It tells you that there's 3 tablespoons in there, what product it is. It's got that fancy little Flavour Stack logo on the top. Your pod heights, now these are in inches. If you need them in metric, you can convert them yourself. I think most people can still think in inches though. So it's a 3-inch diameter along the bottom and not quite an inch high. These come with a foil lid, but the way the lids are designed, if people don't use the entire container in one outing, they can actually fold the foil back over and fold it over and reuse it again next time around. Ding, ding. I think it's as hard to move the screen as it is to present, I think. So this is an image of what our box is going to look like. This is what's going to come out to your customers when they do sign on for the Flavour Stack. The box is, again, gorgeous in these colours. You've got your top of the box, Flavour Stack by Your Inspiration at Home. Your side panels all have this pretty funky colour pointing. And on the bottom of the box, you will have the return address, which will be Yaya's return address in whichever country we are shipping from. And then the customer's address will be there as well. Again, with a little bit more of the branding of the Flavour Stack on the top. Ding, ding.
Mm.
Next screen, please, Mum. Another picture of the box. Again, really, really attractive looking box. Hopefully it'll sign our posties up as they're delivering these to everybody as we go around the world delivering delicious flavours. So the boxes are 3 inches high by 3¼ inches wide or square. So lovely looking box there. I want a box. I don't know why I want a box to take to my demos. I think it's going to look awesome. Next, please.
So this on the right hand side is what the colouring of your stack boxes, and then that will go into your big box on your left hand side.
Oh, okay. Is that how that works? I'm sorry, I didn't get that one. So this is an example of one of the recipes that you're going to get in the first generic set of flavour stacks. This is a Cheats apple tart, and I think I heard Maria saying earlier that this is actually a leftover recipe, for want of a better way to put it. Because there's 3 tablespoons of product in each little container, quite often you are going to have products left over. So the people that have been working on the auto ship program or the Flavour Stack program have actually come up with a lot of extra recipes as well. You can see the recipe here for the Cheats apple tart. Down the bottom you can see there is a tear off line. So what the customer would do is they could get this, they could tear off along the bottom, take it to the supermarket with them and buy whatever it is that they are going to need to actually make that delicious meal. So the way flavour stacks are going to work for people is that when you sign up for the flavour stack, or when your customer signs up for the flavour stack, we will send out a generic box in the first month. So there will be one box that will go out to everyone for their first ever flavour stack, whether it's next month, whether it's in 6 months' time, there will be a generic first box. After that first month, the customer has an option to select their own meals each month. So they'll be able to go through a list and choose which meals they want to order and to try that month. If they don't go in and elect to choose their own, they will get what we're going to be calling our Flavour of the Month stack. That will be our own monthly selections. That will change every month, so they're not going to end up having the same food every month for 6 months straight. Every month it will be a different selection of flavours. So if they don't actually go in and choose what they want themselves, they will be automatically sent a Flavour of the Month stack. And it's a good way to get them trying lots and lots of different products. How much are these going to cost? Well, at the moment, not at the moment. These are going to cost in Australia, Canada and US, they're $20 plus your direct shipping charges. In New Zealand, it will be $25 plus your direct shipping. And in the UK, it is £10 plus your direct shipping. So using Australia as an example, for $27.50, they are getting their flavour stack with their 4 meals and all of their seasonings and things for their 4 meals. And quite often more than one meal in each little set. So it's really good value when you sit down and work it out. Ready, please, Mr. Music? How is this going to work for you as the consultant? Your first first month's PV is going to be $20. So the $20 that the customer spends on their first flavour stack, you will get the full PV for. For every subsequent month, remembering that they are signing on to a monthly shipping program, for the second and subsequent months, you will get 15 PV on every sale. So you're still not doing too badly, seeing as they've signed on and you're not really doing a lot. It's just ticking over for you in the background. Your PV will be assigned to your account once the payment has been processed and completed every month. So that will show up in your stats in your back office once that payment has all gone through and is all good to go. Thank you, Miss Maria. Now, this is a really common question. Can I sell this at a tasting? Absolutely, you can sell it at a tasting. I plan to take it to all of my tastings with me. You can sell it the same way you would for any other Yaya product. Your host will receive 20 PV towards her host benefits, much the same as if a customer bought a $20 product. So sell away at your tastings, because that will be the order that keeps on going and giving for you. So absolutely sell it at your tastings. Your hosts will be rewarded. Okie dokie. So, how does it work? The customer signs up for a Flavour Stack program. The customer is shipped stack number 1, which was the generic stack we spoke about before. Next month, the customer can choose their own flavour stack, or they can just let the stack of the month be the default stack to be shipped. So for an example, in October, which might be the second month if they sign on next month, the customer has until the 5th of October to choose their stack that they want. If they haven't chosen a stack, on October 20, the stack of the month will be automatically shipped to their address and charged to them. So they have that time to change it. If they haven't changed it, they do get it automatically. We do need that little bit of a gap between cutoff for a change in the stack and actual shipping, because like all of our products, it will need to be made up to order. So their boxes will need to be prepared. That's not going to happen in a day. So we do need that little bit of lead time in the middle of when those orders are closed off and when they're actually going to be shipped out. Thanks, Maria. All right, this is the fun bit. This is the bit that I really liked, and even though I'd seen it before, I spun out about it a little bit this morning. Annual PV and earnings calculations on your flavour stacks. So if you're looking at one customer and looking at the PV calculations for a 12-month subscription for one customer, for their first month, they're going to get 20 PV, or you're going to get 20 PV for their order. For the 11 following months, you're going to get 15 PV on every order. So you're looking there at 165 PV on 11 months at 15 PV, plus your 20 PV for your initial month, gives you a total annual PV of 185 per customer. If you want to round that up a little bit, if you have 10 customers who are each on a 12-month subscription and order every month for the 12 months, you've got 10 customers times your 185 PV, which is giving you 1,850 PV in a year, which is pretty cool. 25% of that 1,850 is $462.50, and that's your base commission. That's just your 25%. That's not actually factoring in any rebate bonuses you may well earn. All right, let's get into the more exciting figures. How is this going to build your business? So we've talked about 10 customers being 1,850 PV and giving you $462.50 a year. Let's look at if you had 100 customers on auto ship over a 12-month period, remembering that we're assuming here that they are getting it every month for the 12 months. You are going to have PV for that year of $18,500. Your personal commission, that's your 25% commission on that, is going to be $4,625 with rebates of $555. So that is going to give you a total annual commission, personal, of $5,180. So that's having 100 customers on the Flavour Stack program or the auto ship program. That's just a little less than $500 a month, maybe about $400 and something a month. So that's not too bad, having customers that are just getting stuff shipped straight from head office. Take it even further and get even better at selling your auto ship to people. And if you had 1,000 customers all getting their 12 months on their auto ship, your PV is going to be $185,000. That is absolutely amazing. Your base commission, that's your 25% commission on that, is going to be $46,250, giving you a bonus rebate commission of $18,500 because you'll be getting the full 10% rebate at that level. And your total annual personal commission, purely and simply on your Flavour Stack sales, if you have 1,000 customers, is $64,750. Now, there's a lot of wages out there that aren't that high for people that are working full-time. So just imagine the possibilities of this for you, your lifestyle, and your business and your family. All right, now let's look further into it. And what about when you have grown a team? How is this going to help to build your team and to build your leadership commissions as well? We start again with our 10 customers. So you've got 10 customers who are bringing you $462.50 annually. Your team has 10 customers between them, so you're going to get a 7% rebate on that team of $129.50. That's saying say if you're a bronze leader and you've got 10 through your team, $129.50 there, and then it does scale down as you drop through the leadership levels to silver and etc. Take it again to 100 because I'm just going to work up in 10, 100 and 1,000. With your 100 customers, your annual commissions were $5,180. From your personal team, you have got $1,295. If you've got a 5% team, it is, and I'm just looking this up on another sheet because it was actually clearer for me. You've got the $925 or $555 on a 3% team. If your organisation has 1,000 customers, so that's your team members have 1,000 customers on auto ship, and you've got 1,000 on auto ship, you're getting your $64,750 for your own customers, and then you could be getting nearly $13,000 for your 7% team, just over $9,000 for 5% team, or $5,550 for your 3% team. So those figures really are quite incredible, and they absolutely are achievable for you. Those people that are growing their teams and have some really, really great teams happening and team sales happening, imagine how much more that would change and increase if you have these people on these auto ship. Now, well, it's all very well and good to be signing people up to the Flavour Stack and to the auto ship program. What I will say, and we'll go into this in more detail in the regular monthly webinars for Flavour Stacks, we must remember to do customer care calls and customer follow-up calls. Can probably pretty well be guaranteed that you're not going to get a customer that's going to park themselves onto this program and leave themselves there for 12 months if they are not getting any love from you. So you need to be checking in with your customers, make sure the programs are working for them, offer them additional recipes perhaps. Check that they're happy with everything. Just touch base, contact them, connect with them, make sure that it's all working, because if you don't, they can take themselves off that program after month 1 or month 2, and quite often they will. So you don't want that. You want to be working with these people to make sure that you have them as an ongoing customer, regularly getting those orders through. And that's when it will really, really start to pay off for you and be really, really beneficial. Now, there'll be a lot more information on Flavour Stacks in the monthly webinars, which I just mentioned. Those webinars are going to be running in Australia on the 3rd Thursday night of the month, or Australian time 3rd Thursday morning of the month. In US, UK, Canada time, it's actually the 3rd Wednesday night of the month. So pencil that one in to find out even more information, particularly on things about how to best service your customers once you get them onto this program, because that's going to be where we're really going to score goals, is making sure we look after these people properly. So, Marie, are there any questions there that we want to share on this before we move on to freezer meals?
There's about 100 questions,
About
but
100.
so
Is that all?
so I guess some of the main ones are so one box you will be receiving 4 recipes. So the recipes are already there, they're designed, ready to go. They will have the option from 24 stacks to start off, and then we'll be introducing some more stacks, each month. So there'll be, some of the stacks might go, and then there'll be some new flavors and new stacks coming in. So there'll be a new turnover of different meals, and just remembering that these are globally done as well. So we can't just design, for Australia, like barbecue themed. Although in those stacks there will be, some soup, stews, and casseroles, and summer themes and barbecue themes and things like that as well. So they will also be shipping, so the first stack or the first box will be shipped pretty much straight away once they sign up. That was one of the main questions, is how long that will take. So, within a week it will be shipped. And then the next stacks will be shipped on a certain date. I'm not 100% sure of that date. I think it's around the 20th of the month. The generic box, there's no, then it's non-spicy, so it contains like a fish and chips, a beef stroganoff, like stuffed capsicums, and I can't think of the next one. Pulled pork with coleslaw and an apple pie. So it's very generic, very general, and it's a great, great 4 meals just to get them excited about the program as well. And then after that, they can choose them. So there are some stacks that are spicy. There's also some vegetarian stacks in there. They'll be suitable for, celiacs and things like that as well. Okay, so feel free just to keep typing in any of your questions, and we will get to them when we can. There's quite a few there, so we might move on
Maria.
to... Yeah.
Sorry, there's just one more question. So the question is the shipping still going to be $7.50 per order? And what if they order more than 1 box each month? Is it going to be $7.50 up to $115 like the normal direct shipping, or how will that work?
I'm not 100% sure on that. I will, Colleen, if you're online.
Hey guys. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. I've just been answering the questions and chatting in the background, so I'm not supposed to be on the call. However, I will answer that one. Yes, we will work out a discount if they're ordering more than 1 flavor stack box. So if they're ordering 2 per month, it won't be $7.50 per order or whatever it is in your global country. It will be a discount for the 2nd and the 3rd. So we'll be working with iMatrix tomorrow on the exact shipment rate, but it will be a discounted rate. All right?
Thank you.
All right. I'm muting myself to answer those questions and stay in the chat. Bye.
Thanks. Okay, so next we're going to introduce the freezer meal program, and we have Shah Carter, Silver team leader, and has been working a lot behind the scenes on this program. Is going to run you through the freezer program.
Thanks, Maria. As you can see, this is an example of the page in the new catalogues. You will be receiving, I think it's a downloadable flyer, which you can insert to your current catalogues, but the new catalogues will come with this page. So it's introducing our fantastic workshops, and this is something I'm really, really excited about. The girls and I here have been working really hard behind the scenes to get some incredible meals out for you all to take to your customers, and it really does just take the fear or the boredom out of everyday cooking. So I'm really excited to be able to introduce this program to you. So if we could have the next slide, please. Ding.
Did that one work?
Thank you. So how are we going to introduce our freezer meal workshops? Some of the feedback that I've been receiving from my customers who I'm introducing it to, it's all about getting together with your friends and creating really delicious meals ready to pop into the freezer and just grab out at either the night before or in the morning. Really, really, truly does take the difficulty and the boredom away from your meals. And there's, a meal for pretty much every day. There's plenty of ingredients in each stack which will enable us to provide additional recipes as well for each workshop, but I just wanted to keep on moving and just let you know that that's how I introduce it to my customers. So next slide, please.
Is that working, Shah?
It is now. Thanks. So here you can see this is just an example of what the tubs might look like. They're the same as the Flavour Stack meals. We'll be using the same pods, and I think there's, Maria, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's 4 stacks of 3 flavours in each box, and you do have 2 boxes per customer, so that's explained a little bit further on, but this is an example of what they will look like. There are some of our absolutely delicious, I think they're the Grill Master chicken, what do you call them, kebabs, which is one of the flavours that the girls came up with, I think from the States. Don't they just look amazing? This is an example of the sort of quality photographic evidence that you can be sure that you'll be receiving from Home Office. It's really good quality product that you're going to be sharing. So invite your friends and be a host. This is how you can sell it to your current hosts and your new hosts. Invite your friends over and make meals together. You and your guests will leave with ready-to-freeze meals, and when you're ready to enjoy them, most of the work is already done. You'll receive free product and rewards, just like hosting a Yaya tasting, and you'll have had a fantastic time with your friends. Next.
It's just
If we could have the
loading.
next slide, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, look, this is one of the meals that I actually tested, and I can just tell you it's absolutely delectable. That's our pad thai, so you can see what a fantastic range of meals that we're actually going to be providing. So why would you prep a meal alone when you can come to an event? I can't think of a better way to prepare delicious meals than being surrounded by friends. Attending a freezer meal workshop and leaving with new recipes and ready-to-freeze meals. Who wouldn't want that? When you've got a busy night, thaw and do the last little bit that's needed to present your family with delicious meals inspired by flavours from all around the world.
It's coming, Shah. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay, no problem. Oh, there's our finger-licking sticky ribs. Don't they look delicious? Oh, okay, so there were a few more slides, Maria.
Yeah, there was. Oh my gosh.
So while Maria's working that out, that's okay. I can tell you that what we're trying to get you to do or to support you with is that you will actually invite a minimum of 8 guests to your freezer meal workshop, and with each person spending $50 on their flavours, that's enough for 8 meals that you can prepare at your workshop. Now that gives you $400 in sales through your office in just one workshop. How exciting is that? That's 400 PV through your back office for just a few hours of a day, where you have gone and had a really fantastic time with your friends and their friends preparing delicious meals that they perhaps may not have otherwise had. Now, I'm as Annette mentioned before, the really important thing is to ensure that you have customer follow-up. So once you've shared those recipes, once you've done your workshop, it's a really fantastic idea to give them a call, 24 to 48 hours post-presentation, and ask them how they enjoyed their workshop. Would they love a thing as well? And the other thing that you would be doing is I suggest within about 7 days, so 7 days after some of their meals, to give them a call and say, some freezer, tell me what you've enjoyed. Okay, is there anything that you didn't enjoy? Is there anything that I can help you with? And then, of course, you can look at inviting them to do another workshop in the near future, remembering that it's a roughly 3-week turnaround for receiving the packs. Now, when you do a tasting at your freezer meal workshop, you can get a second booking from your host. So she then gets bonuses, and plus she will get more sales as well. One of the fantastic things that you can do for your customers while you're doing your workshops is to have some nibblies there and perhaps some drinks. So you could either go with the wonderful new coconut mango lime in mineral water, the OMG in the mineral water. You want to be providing some sort of refreshments while they're at their workshop.
Sorry, Shah, I have no idea what's happened, but
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Right,
and in addition to that, of course, you'll be able to then offer them...
Maria, do you want me to share my screen? I've got all the slides.
Yes, please. I have no idea what I've done.
I'm changing presenter.
And I'll just keep talking. While you do that, I'll keep talking. So, of course, at that same time as you do those follow-up calls, that's the time when you want to offer them full-size product. Okay. Because many of the meals that we prepare, we generally tend to use a repeat of some of those products, and you can then offer them additional recipes. So you don't have to just stay with recipe that shop. Always additional recipes. Maybe it's something that you have created yourself, or maybe it's something, whatever it is, that's part of your customer service, is providing them with more ideas. And the best that you can be at your job of customer service, those people who want to come back to you, they're going to want to be with you. You will choose. So of all the presentations that you present. And then, of course, it's really I can just not speak enough about customer service. So there we can see that it does cost $50 in Australia, Canada, and the USA. That is, of course, plus your $2.50 delivery, because you will have it delivered to yourself as the consultant, and $60 approximately in New Zealand, and I am just waiting on confirmation on the cost in the UK for those over there. So we could have the next slide, please. So how does it work? The cost of each box is $25, and we do have 2 boxes minimum per guest. So as I explained before, that's 8 guests at a tasting with 400 PV per workshop. That's $100 commission in your pocket. And don't forget, when you're doing your customer service calls or repeat bookings, you are then earning, of course, on top of that PV as well. And the host is receiving full party benefits. So a really good idea that has cropped up, and I know that we'll go into this much more detail on our regular monthly webinars. Now I've lost my train of thought, so sorry guys. The full party benefits. So that if you are actually purchasing your pods in advance, so your 8 packs in advance, you can actually take that those party benefits yourself. If you're doing your hosting, if you're hosting the launch, which is what I plan to be doing. And also then from then on, of course, you can offer additional bonuses when your host has her show, where perhaps they might purchase something that's not in the kit. And that's where we're talking about offering nibblies and drinks and things like that. So your guests will pre-purchase their freezer meal kits. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, you need to allow a couple of weeks to get those kits to you. So the guests will pre-purchase the freezer meals. You, as the consultant, will send the shopping list prior to the event. The guest will then bring their groceries to the event on the day and create the masterpieces around the kitchen table. And you can see there's some of the girls. This is something from the States. The girls shared with us doing their freezer meal workshop there. If I could have the next slide. It is a really great way to still provide healthy and home-cooked meals at home, cooked with love and prepared with fun. And it does take the stress out of figuring out what on earth it is that you're going to be making every day when you get home from work. Isn't that just amazing? As you can see here, this is just one description of how you can set up your workstations. So you can see there that the pods are there ready to go. There's a bowl there ready to pop your Ziploc bag into to hold it steady for mixing. The folders obviously have got all the recipes and things like that in them. The chopping boards, etc., the cloths and the bins, etc., like that. So on the right-hand side there, you can see the recipes for each station. So you can set either 8 of those around the table if you've got enough room. You may need to do 4 at a time, however that works for you and is comfortable with the space that you have got available. Thank you. You can see here that here are a couple of meals already pre-prepared, ready to freeze, then to thaw and to cook. Now you can see, some of the girls have just done the burgers ready for their hamburgers, and in the centre there you can see there's an actual full meal there that's got the sauces, the flavoured chickens, the mushrooms, etc., that you've got all ready to go into the pot with the instructions attached as well. I'm so excited about this program, guys. Is it just not exciting? I can't wait for it to come on in full force. Do we have any more slides? Oh, there's those delicious sticky ribs that we had before. Now, as we were talking about before, customer service really truly is your responsibility. You are the one creating the rapport with your customers. It's so important for you to follow that up and be the best that you can be. And you remember, guys, this is your moment. This is your moment to shine and to build those relationships and to create really amazing friendships that are going to last for a long time. And those people are going to come back to you. This is all about customer service. Something else that's really exciting to mention to you while we go to the next slide is that there is no one in Australia or New Zealand who has this program. Your Inspirations at Home is the very first to bring this program to this area. So how exciting is that? As I mentioned before, don't forget your follow-up calls 24 to 48 hours after they receive their Flavour Stack packs to ensure, you know, you've received your packs. What do you think? Is there anything you need a hand with there? 2 weeks later to reservice them. So that's when you might offer them full product, find out how they're enjoying the flavours so far, etc. And with your freezer meals, I did say 1 week because they would have tried that already. But of course, you know, 2 weeks as well because perhaps they haven't eaten everything, or they, you know, if you do the 1 week, maybe they're looking for more meals already to prepare. So, you know, it is a fine line, but getting it right, I think 7 days myself. You want to know, did they enjoy it? If they didn't enjoy it, what didn't they enjoy? How can we enhance that for them? What questions do they have that we can possibly provide the answer to? Are they attending another workshop? Would they like to book a workshop for themselves and their friends? Didn't they have a really great time at the last one? And again, would they like to repurchase full-size product? In North America, there is a similar program running, and they have monthly workshops with the same hosts. So that's another option that we have here as well, guys. You know, just because you've serviced a freezer meal to one host this month doesn't mean that you can't do it every month. And I think that's a fantastic way to get their friends together, you know, have fun, just take a blast, love every moment of it. I think that's pretty much all. We've got some questions that we can go to now.
Yeah, there's quite a few questions here. So for the freezer program, so who provides the ingredients needed with the Yaya product? So the customer or the guest who's coming to the workshop, they're providing, they're needing to purchase everything. So their meats, their dry products, their dairy, pretty much everything that they need to bring. They will need to bring it in like an esky or a chiller bag with some ice bricks as well, because they're making their meals and then they're taking them home. Another question was, you know, they're not actually cooking the meals at the workshop. They're only doing the prep for them, and they're taking them home raw, popping, and then they're adding them, you know, when they need to. They're just pulling them back out, defrosting them and cooking them. And we will have instructions to go with those as well. Okay.
Another question, Maria, is can we buy a sample box to show our customers?
Yes, I believe so, Char. So we will have 4 boxes, I believe, shortly ready to go that we've been working on. Obviously, you know that. So at the moment, we've got 4 boxes. So 1 box contains 4 meals, and they are all meals at this stage, like main meals. We will be coming up with different variations as well. So, yeah. Yes,
we are. We're looking at doing, a couple of us here local to me, we're looking at doing perhaps an entree, a main and a dessert. So I thought that would be a really good thing to do. And also, as you know, Maria, we're also looking at doing children-friendly meals because we want to be able to ensure that this is something the whole family is going to enjoy.
Yeah, so with the kids' meals, it'll be a whole box. So you'll be going to a workshop and creating 4 meals for, you know, that are suitable for children. And we're introducing maybe some dessert ones as well. Lots and lots happening. So you'll be able to choose your box. So each box will contain your 4 stacks ready to go. You won't be able to choose them. You'll be choosing the box. So you're going to have a lot of different variations from workshop to workshop as well.
Exactly.
And yeah, and as the program continues, we'll be introducing new boxes. So you're going to want to be booking workshops monthly because there's going to be different meals to make. So Another question was, so the meals will be enough for 4 servings. So you're basically making 8 family-sized meals to serve 4.
And the other question is, may we start announcing this on social media? Oh my God, yes. Just remembering that it's not available to purchase until the 1st of September, and you need to allow time for delivery. So if you're looking at doing a freezer meal workshop, I would suggest that you book it in towards, maybe the 4th week in September, just to be safe, and to ensure that you receive your goods in time.
Definitely. So the other option is, as consultants, you can always opt to carry 8 boxes on hand. So if you're doing a workshop, you might have a guest wanting a workshop next week, and you've already got the boxes to go. Do that. I just will need to purchase them minimum 3 weeks in advance. So this comes really down to your host coaching and getting your host to book in. And your host's going to want your guests to purchase the 8 boxes. So by having them on hand, it allows you to, do your workshop the next week and then order some more in as well.
Yeah. Gee whiz, there's tons of questions here, guys. Excellent. Yes, consultants can join. I think you're talking about the freezer meal program there, Leanne. Is this awesome program going to make normal orders back up and take longer to receive? No. I can't see that being a problem at all, Nicole. Did you not see that we have such an amazing team in home office now? So this has all been prepared. Colleen has been prepared to get everything up and running as soon as possible. So we have an amazing team in at home office.
One question here, Guy.
So how do the
Someone has asked if someone has asked if there's a consultant discount for the stacks. Now the answer to that would be it would be the same sort of consultant discount that you're going to get, I would imagine, for your first purchase of a stack as what you would any other time. Your 25%. Now I don't know ongoing. It is something that we might need to get clarified, and we will share with everyone once we know the answer. But for your first month on that stack, then yes, you will get that 25%. Whether it's a discount up front or whether it's back into your wallet, that will all be what we will finalise for you.
So roughly, guests will need to be, so they're per the box, and then I'm not really 100% sure, but they're going to be spending between $80 to $130 of ingredients. So they may feel that's quite expensive, but they're actually making 8 meals, so they're bringing everything to the workshop. They're doing it out of their home. They're coming to and enjoying company with friends and things like that as well. Another question was, how does the 2 parties work? So your host is getting your 8 customers, so minimum $400 in sales, already pre-booked 3 weeks in advance, so she can take advantage of the host rewards straight away. So she's getting minimum of $40 of free product and a half price product as well. And then at her workshop, you might like to set up a little display, make a dip, a cheese log, some blood orange, guava, mango, balsamic vinegar with some lemonade or soda water and things like that. Just some basic things that the guests can nibble on the day, and they might like to go, oh wow, that's really nice, can I purchase that as well? So you're probably guaranteed another $200 PV worth of orders, so that's a second party for your host. So and then people are going to want to book workshops as well. So you're benefiting from, 70% off items and things like that.
And just on that, Maria, this is not something where the guest has to go and purchase specifically for the workshop. The groceries that they are going to bring in will be their regular meals for the week or the fortnight, however long it takes them to eat. So this is their regular shopping. We're just helping them to prepare the meals in advance so that they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to think about it. And we all know how life is really busy at the moment. Who would not want to be able to just take something out of the freezer the night before or the morning of and go, you know what, I'm going to have pad thai for tea tonight. So it's not something they have to buy specifically to attend to the workshop. This is about their regular weekly meals. Just on commissions, the regular commissions and PV will apply just as a regular order. You get your commissions paid in the same way. Thank you for confirming that, Colleen or whoever. There was a question, have we confirmed if we need to provide the knives and the chopping boards and whatnot? We'll get back to you about that. That is still something that we are confirming.
So I believe there was a question, can we sell these at a market, the boxes at a market? I would say no, but we will get confirmation on that as well for you. But ideally, you can take one to a market and have on display to, getting in your workshops, but I would say no to selling them at a market.
Yeah.
Wow, there's so many questions.
Isn't there? So is this a 12-month subscription only, or can customers go month by month? So if you're talking about the freezer out of the Flavour stacks, they can stop at any time. As far as the selling outside of the workshop environments, no, we've just had that confirmation, not at markets. The freezer meals is a one-off sale. So, that's where you're going to have your parties, book them in. If they're really interested in doing a workshop or they're really interested in the meals that you're providing, the best thing that you can do is book them in and show them how easy it is going to be for them. Use that as your booking tool.
Yeah. There was a question here regarding the shipping for New Zealand plus GST. I'm assuming that's for auto ship, and we are looking into a cheaper option for the shipping there for you. So we will know in the next couple of weeks for you on that one.
Just another message there is that as far as your flavour stacks go, we are waiting to find out if they can pause their monthly flavour stacks. So rather than just quit, perhaps they can pause it. So we're just waiting on that. And you cannot use this either as a fundraising for either of these programs. The question is, why is there only 15 PV on a $20 product? Wendy, initially you will get the $20 in their first month, and then after that, I'm guessing that that's a logistics thing. Perhaps that's something that we can get a confirmation about as well, but that is just the way that the program is set up.
So so the 15 PV,
yeah,
that is for the auto ship.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing, it's an ongoing selling, and you're not really doing a lot for it. So the difference between the freezer is 25 and the auto ship is 20. The freezer meals, you're remembering that the host is getting host rewards, where the auto ship, they're not getting any host reward benefit for that as well.
Yep, thanks, Maria. Sarah, as we mentioned before, the commission will be paid into your online wallet as per normal commission runs or into your bank account, you know, how you normally get paid now. And so another confirmation, Maria, in relation to the 15 PV for the flavour stacks is that there is more cost to the goods on this item, as you mentioned before, versus other items where, as you've just mentioned, that it pays for itself. So thank you for that.
Yeah. So yes, again, yeah, each recipe will serve minimum of 4. You can always also use half the, you know, you can break it into, if there's only 2 guests or, you know, 2 family members, you can split them in half, so that's not a problem.
We've already answered this question, so this is the last time I'm going to answer it. If a customer signs up, is it under a certain contract like 6 or 12 months? No. We are looking into seeing if we can pause the program for them, or they can just stop at any time. That's for your flavour stacks.
Another question, do you use your own recipes? No, the recipes are already being created for you. The artwork's all there, the shopping lists are already done for you. Everything's ready to go, so you don't need to provide anything. We will have some artwork for some labels that you can download and print and take to the workshop and give to your guests so they can put them onto their Ziploc bags and things like that. So we will be working on that as well.
As for the paperwork, we're going to have the recipes and the labels, etc., ready for you to download. You would just then need to print them out, as you would probably do now with, you know, your outside order forms and things like that. So it will be available for you to download and print. Ordering starts on the 1st of September.
Yeah. So full instructions on how to do this, or keep referring to webinars. There will be instructions on how to do the workshops, yes. We also will be doing some videos as well, so you'll be able to access them in the next couple of weeks on the Inspiration Station to download and watch as well, so you just get the feel of that. So how they carried home, who provides the Ziploc bags and freezer bags. So your guests will need to bring the Ziploc bags or freezer bags. Ziploc bags will work a lot better than the freezer bags. And then your guests are going to need to bring an esky or a cooler bag and things like that. Especially in summer, they're going to want to have some ice bricks as well. So they're just popping all of their meals into the esky and taking it home with them. How long would a freezer workshop take to facilitate? Shah, you would probably have a better idea than me.
So the girls and I worked on up to 3 hours. You know, we of course were quite new to this concept ourselves, even though it's something that we do at home. But in our experience, it's taken roughly around the 3-hour mark.
Yeah. So there's another question, can people choose what they cook? So they'll be, your host will be choosing, like, you know, your boxes. So the boxes will come with 4 meals, so it's basically, it's already done for you. Yeah.
Yep, so there's menu options is what Maria is saying. So, you know, there'll be menu option 1, 2, 3 kind of thing like that. So they don't have to just choose from the same one. But of course, our very first month, I think, Maria, correct me if I'm wrong, but our first month is a set menu.
Yes, yeah. So you'll have 8 meals basically, and it's ready to go. Like, it's, yeah, it'll be the very first one that everyone will be going to. And then as we develop more, there'll be obviously more choices that you can choose from.
Yeah. Yes, once again, consultants can order these for themselves and as a display or as an example, or to test it out yourself. You know, it's, yes, you can order them yourselves.
So again, they feed a family of 4, not 1. All of the menus or all of the meals are designed to feed a family of 4, both in the auto ship and both in the freezer meals.
Yep. Is there a way to know what ingredients are in the stack so a host can easily choose the meals without things she's allergic to? As we just mentioned, there are menus, so your host will have a choice of which packs. And just on that, we're providing the spices and the meals. Of course, if we have things like gluten intolerance and that type of thing, it's just a little matter of tweaking the recipes. It's so simple. But so far, the meals that we've tested and I think that are in the first stacks are very friendly to majority of people.
Ladies, there's a lot of the questions coming through that are very, very similar, particularly for freezer meals. And at the risk of typing and repeating again and again and again, I think that probably the best thing for most people to do is to jump on the Freezer Meals webinar when the next one is run, because the next Freezer Meals webinar will actually go into a lot of the details about what you need to provide, what your guests need to provide, what your host needs to provide, etc. So it'll actually go down to the tin tacks and get into the nitty-gritty details that everybody wants. A lot of the finalities are still being, being nutted out. So as soon as Maria and Shah have them, they'll be able to share them with you on the normal monthly webinars. So get yourself registered onto the next webinar. This is only an introduction webinar, so there is a lot more training to be coming, particularly on your freezer meals. I know it's really, really exciting, and we all want to know everything yesterday. But look, there's still some details to be sorted out, so we're answering your questions as best we can. But a lot of these questions, if you haven't seen an answer, it's because it may not be finalised yet. So that will come up in the next webinar.
Thanks, Annette.
Okay, so...
So just Bree or Brideen, I will just answer this one. How many meals are there per freezer workshop? Well, we've just explained that. And is it something that will be a way to get customers each month? Of course. Who would not want to do this? Who would not want to be able to make your life easier? It's all about the excitement, so build the excitement with them as well. This is a fantastic, phenomenal program. It's just going to fly, so...
Excellent.
So I think that's it, Maria. Look, I know there's tons and tons of questions, and as Annette said, we can't get to all of them. But you know what? I'm quite happy if you want to throw the questions at me. It'll be really good to help us with the freezer meal webinars coming up at the end of the month. But it is, after 9 o'clock. So, and I would really love to be able to answer all of your questions. But most of those will be answered in the monthly webinar.
And there will be, I think I did read that there will be instruction sheets or how-to tips and guides. So a lot of these repeat questions are going to be in those help sheets that you're all going to have access to as soon as they are put together. So you're not going to be left out there dangling. All the information will be provided as soon as it's down and ready for you to go. You'll have it. So before your first freezer workshop is run, or before you sign your first person onto a Flavour stack, you will have all the information you need.
Ooh. So I think we might end that there. and feel free to join us on our monthly webinars. We will put those links up for you in the next day or two, but we will have this all online in the Inspiration Station so you can re-listen to. Thank you all for investing your time and joining us tonight, and I look forward to hearing from you all soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Maria.
Night.
Night.